Imagine if your favorite superhero was more of a jerk. Didn't really care about anybody, didn't really care about the people. He just went and saved people and didn't care about the collateral damage that was caused by the things that he did. This is not an Avengers movie. This is not Wolverine. This is actually a non-Disney movie. This is the movie Hancock, starring Will Smith. And today, I'll give it a movie review. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Zakka, and today I'm going to review the movie Hancock. But before I get into Hancock, we got to talk about what it is Movie Breakdowns. It's a movie review series where we look at new and old movies, we give them a grade, and also like pretty much break them down. So, is there a movie you want me to review? Let me know, put in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to them as best as I can. So as soon as possible, whenever I can, I'll try. Trust me, there's a bunch of movies out there that are really rare, and I gotta get my hands on them, so hopefully I can get to them. But let's get back to Hancock. Now, I feel like Will Smith, and this is a personal opinion, by the way, I do love Will Smith, one of my favorite actors of all time, but I feel like he's trying to do movies that are not, like, I guess, with the machine, I call it. So earlier today, I was trying to talk about this, I was saying the movie, like, I never seen Will Smith in any of like The Matrix, which I heard that he skipped out on. Marvel movies, DC movies. Oh no, correction, sorry, I forgot about that. He was in Suicide Squad. So never mind. He did jump into with the machine. Why that was hard to say. But anyway, so Will Smith did Deadshot in Suicide Squad. I guess that's his way, like, I'm missing out on the superhero bonanza, and they get into it. But before Suicide Squad, he was in Hancock, which was a movie where he was a superhero. He was the protagonist. However, he was a jerk. He didn't care about anything. Like, he just made sure that people were causing crime, he'll beat them up, but he'll destroy half the city doing it, or destroy all this other stuff while doing it. And this is kind of like Avengers, pre-Civil War, with all these things, like this is Wakanda, and this is Avengers 2, and this is New York. Well, this is before all that, which I guess you could give your hat off to Disney for doing a callback. I doubt they're going off of Hancock, but you get the point. Anyway, so Hancock is causing all this damage and whatnot, and he is kind of forced into becoming a clean superhero. Like, he was an alcoholic. He didn't shower. He didn't care. He'll wake up. Like, for example, there was a well on the beach. He woke up, went to the well, picked the well up, and threw the well back into the water. Instead of just picking it up and gently landing into the water, he picked it up and threw it into the water, knocking over a sailboat in the process. And Jason Bateman's character was like, no, you don't need to do that. Jason Bateman is in this movie as well. He's more like another, I guess he's the side character, like the sidekick to Hancock. Like, in a, I don't know how to describe him. He's there. But he also plays a big role. Like, he's the guy to get everybody convinced that Hancock is not a bad guy. He becomes Hancock's PR agent. And does that make sense? No? Go watch the movie and you'll figure it out. Anyway, Bateman tells Hancock, like, people should be cheering you and should be admiring you, but for some reason they're calling you an a-hole and, like, just being a jerk and stuff like that. And this movie is rated R. They want to give you the heads up. So you will hear that word over and over again. You will hear a-hole over and over again, like the actual word, not just what I'm saying. And a bunch of other cuss words in this movie. And some really, like, vulgar things. Like, stuff I can't talk about without getting demonetized. Which I don't get paid for this anyway. But if I did get paid for it, I'll get demonetized. So back to the movie. So Hancock goes to jail. He goes to jail. He sits in jail, and while he's in jail, the crime rate is skyrocketing in the city. So the city of Los Angeles let Hancock out of jail. Hancock goes and saves like a bunch of people in the bank and actually like cleanly dispatch of the bad guys in this movie, like just a bunch of, you know, thugs who trying to rob a bank. He dispatches of them, and then he becomes like more of a celebrity for the city of Los Angeles. Now, Jason Bateman in this movie, let's get back to him. He has a wife who's played by Charlize Theron, and she and Will Smith character in Hancock are ancient lovers. Yeah, this is getting weird, right? They're ancient lovers. They're like machines or whatever, something like that has been created in pairs, and Will Smith and Charlize Theron characters are like husband and wife. However, Will Smith character Hancock got amnesia, so he doesn't remember this, and Charlize character like does, and they end up having a fight and everything in this movie for no reason. It's a pointless fight. It breaks down to, oh, they're not supposed to be together, but they are. And when they're together, they become more human, so people can kill them, which causes one of the thugs that Hancock put in jail earlier in the movie comes back and attacks Hancock. Hancock pretty much gets away and runs to the other side of the city. I'm really breaking down this movie. It doesn't sound like a great movie, but gets to the other side of the not city, country. So it goes from Los Angeles to New York, and somehow gets his powers back. Man, when you say that out loud, you review this movie out loud and like explain the movie, it doesn't sound like that great of a movie. It really doesn't. But it's not that bad of a movie. I enjoyed this movie watching it. It's not the best thing in the world. Matter of fact, this movie came out in 2008, and the graphics in this movie watching in 2018 is like, oh, the CG was not that good. I don't know. I need to go back and watch the original Iron Man. I feel like that movie came out around the same time. But the graphics in this movie, you can definitely see like all the CGI in it, every single bit of it, and you're like, that didn't hold up well in 2018. Music in this movie, the music choice is really good, and some of the like costumes that like Hancock wore, or like the I guess wardrobe of the characters in this movie is really good. Like I like how everybody's like normal day clothes and stuff like that, and Hancock had like his normal day clothes as well. Like I do like the character designs of people in this movie. And another thing I noticed, like the first time you watch the movie, but the lighting in this movie, I noticed the lighting at certain times seemed like a little bit different, and like different scenes, like different lightings and different shades. I was like, oh, that kind of stood out to me. But the one thing that really threw me off in this movie was the shaky cam. This movie had a lot of shaky cam scenes for no reason. Like there was a scene where Charlize's character was talking to Will's character, and it was like the screen was just shaking for no reason. I was like, why is the screen shaking right now? Who idea would put the shaky cam on? Like, this is a good idea to use shaky cam. No, not at all. So let's go ahead and break down characters here. So, of course, you got Hancock, who I think, as a character design, a character himself, played by Will Smith. Will Smith did a great job playing the character. And Hancock character, like, I think Will Smith really did a great job being a superhero who was, like, a jerk at first, who didn't care about others, and kind of became more of, like, a caring person, somebody who willing to risk his life for others. I think that was a great character who went from being, like, super invincible to, like, oh, I'm a humble person, and I will look out for others, and I know how to control myself and help the environment. I like Will Smith's character. I like Hancock in this movie. Charlize Theron played Mary, who is the other superpower human in this movie, and trying to describe Charlize in this movie, I feel like she was there, like she was just a person to be in the movie that gets to give Hancock reason for existing. But in reality, I felt like Charlize's character didn't need to be there. Like, she didn't really impact the movie that much. To me, it felt like she didn't impact the movie that much. She was just kind of like plot points to be in the movie. Like, oh, you gotta have a female, character because why not? Like, it was like, we need a female lead because we need a female lead. It was like Charlize's character was like, okay, cool. She's married to Jason Bateman's character, whose name is Ray. They're married. All right. And now she's a love interest to Hancock. What? Like, it didn't add up. Like, why? Like, who thought that through when they did it? Like, oh, yeah, the love interest. Like, no, that didn't add up. Not at all. But and then she has superpowers too, and then she can control weather, and she's stronger than Hancock. But she's not saving lives. She's just sitting back. Like, oh, okay, all right. Another thing about this movie, so at the end of the movie, Hancock goes to Los Angeles and goes to New York. But people in Los Angeles had footage of Charlize Theron fighting Hancock. So you have a picture of Mary and Hancock fighting each other. And everybody just kind of forgot about this. Everybody doesn't realize that, oh, she was walking around amongst us. She's not wearing a disguise or anything. She literally had shades on. Like, you can figure out who she looked like. Like, I don't know, mind boggle. Nobody thought that through. Then Ray, who was played by Jason Bateman, he was in this movie, and Jason Bateman was kind of like the beta male to Hancock. Like, he was the guy who kind of got shoved over and pushed over, but because he knew Hancock, people was like talking to him and like kind of giving him a rub and everything. Hancock gave him a rub pretty much for just being there. Rub is WWE term for somebody who, like, oh, can you say how to describe a rub? Like, somebody that gives, like, by them being in that prison, like, for example, oh, here we go. If you're a WWE fan, you're going to enjoy this one. So, Evolution. Ric Flair and Triple H gave a rub to Randy Orton and Batista because Batista and Randy Orton was new at the time. Triple H and Rick were already characters who've been established. So, by Batista and Randy Orton being around Triple H and Ric Flair, they kind of got a little, like, comeuppance because they, I guess, got a little more main event scene time because they was hanging around main eventers. So that makes sense. So by Jason Bateman being around Hancock, Jason Bateman kind of looked good in everybody else's eyes because Hancock was there around Jason Bateman. But as far as a character, Bateman was just there to really, like, I guess, change Hancock's life. So he was an influential, impactful character in this movie, but at the same time, I felt like he also was just kind of there. Then more breakdown this movie, it really started to, like, drop in ratings for me right now. What my grading will be. Wow. And the last thing I want to talk about in this movie is a guy named Red. He's the main antagonist, who's played by Eddie Marsan. So Eddie Marsan played Red, and he was the main thug that was running the bank heist. Hancock dispatched of him by cutting off his hand, and the guy was in prison, and he's a criminal mastermind. As what you don't get this in the movie, you get this, like, I guess you do get in the movie, but you get it in more of a really, like, if you're paying attention to the only reason I caught this because it had subtitles on while I was watching this movie, and the newscaster was saying this in the background as Hancock walked through a gas station. Like, the newscaster saying the criminal mastermind escaped prison and he got a bunch of people overthrown in prison and he is now, like, on the run, but nobody know where he's at. So this guy, they gave his whole backstory in a complete news segment that you didn't get to see or hear. You just get to see. You just heard it. If you barely heard it, if you didn't have subtitles on, or you didn't have your volume turned up, you just saw Hancock walking through the grocery store, walking through the gas station, getting a drink, and goes to the counter. And I was like, they just do a big plot point there, and you just completely, like, kind of just threw it in there so you can just have somebody, you know, move on to the next scene. Like, wait, you just don't do the whole villain's backstory like that. Like, it was horrible, bad way to do it. The main antagonist is completely forgettable in this movie. You do not remember him. It is straight garbage. Matter of fact, I've probably seen this movie 3 or 4 times. I do not remember the ending. I just remember Will Smith running away and don't remember the ending, like the villain as per se, like what happened to him. I actually saw that when I watched it again, that Jason Bateman actually got rid of the villain. Not Hancock, but Bateman got rid of the villain, not Hancock. So this is a Friday night movie. I'll say no, this is not a Friday night movie. This could be a Saturday day movie or a Sunday day movie or any other day, but this is not a movie you want to watch with your friends and family and kick back and relax and we're like, let's watch Hancock. This is not that movie. And grading time. I'm going to grade the movie Hancock a solid C-. Like, it's, I guess, C-. It's, when I was younger, I loved the idea of this movie. I thought this movie was a great movie. I thought this movie was, like, really solid. And now older, I'm like, man, Hancock kind of dropped the ball on some stuff here. Like, it could have been a better movie. It really could. The premise of it is a neat premise, nice idea. But as far as breaking down this movie and literally looking at it, like, the villain was garbage. There barely wasn't any villain in this movie. Sorry about that. And Charlize Theron character, the love interest, was really unnecessary. And Jason Bateman character was kind of necessary, but he didn't really have that big. He had an impact, but he could have been bigger. You know, I don't know. Hancock, they could have done more with Hancock. and they didn't really push the envelope. They tried, they didn't go all the way, and I don't know, C- I feel like it's a perfect setting for this movie. What did you think? If you've seen Hancock, please let me know. Please put in the comment section below what you think Hancock was or how great the movie is. Because, hey, I'm one guy with one opinion. Like, there's most people out there in the world who've seen this movie as well. So, let me know. I'm curious. Is there a movie you want me to review? Please put in the comment section below. And thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, follow. If you listen to this on all different platforms, I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much. See you guys next time on Movie Breakdowns. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here, follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.